Welcome to Goldie. Smell good. If you enjoy smelling fantastic, you're in the right place to be. All my returning subscribers and viewership, appreciate y'all. All my new subscribers and viewership, appreciate y'all rocking with me. Well, guys, I'm going to show you 14 fragrances. Yes, 14 from TJ Maxx and Marshalls on box side, or you can say clearance side, available to smell. You can actually try it before you buy it side. Guys, you can have a spectacular fragrance wardrobe right from that side. I'm going to show you how to do it. I have 14 of these guys, so we're talking, they average anywhere from $13.99, $12.99 to $16.99. So as an average, $15. So you can have this entire collection for $210, guys, which is pretty impressive to me. All right. First one. Man, I got some bangers over here, man. First one, I found this at Marshalls. Sol Mio. Have not seen it since. It was just sitting there like it was for me. Very serendipitous, if you will. Guys, this is Potion. Potion, Magnetic Potion. Orange. Mandarin. Guys. Woody Amber. Woody Amber is my favorite scent family. But this is really good, man. Player style fragrance. Good performance. All the boxes are checked. If you see this unboxed, check it out. Very nice bottle too. Feels good in hand. Hey, the sticker don't lie, guys. And it never did. I almost want to put it in the air, but I have so many to show you. I don't want to have 1,000 fragrances in the air, but it's really good. Orange Blossom. The fam said they gets compared to, they get a Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal thing. When I looked at the notes and I seen it Orange Blossom and Mandarin, at first I was thinking like maybe they were going for a YSL. Those fragrances and flankers have a lot of orange, orange blossom and orange. It smells very orangey. This has an orange thing in there, but then they got some potion in the dry down. It's really good, guys. I would say, well, you could wear it in the daytime, but maybe more evening wear. This would be great for a date night. Just awesome, man. Handsome fragrance, all right? Next, we have Karen Lowe Pure Blonde. Now, I recently discussed this one in a layering video where I layered this with Versace Pour Homme and Vanilla Potion. So 3 fragrances on top of each other, and it worked like a dream, guys. Musk. Not musk, musk. That musk is good. Musk and suede, guys. Musk, suede. It gets compared to Chanel Allure. I believe that is the O Extreme. I smelled that a while back. That also gets compared to Versace Pour Homme, or maybe, I don't know who came first or last, but what I can tell you, it does smell like that after it dried down. After it macerated. My bottle, at first I wasn't really getting that. It did smell good, but now I see the comparison to that fragrance. But just fresh, with some texture, with that suede note, Guys, this is a good fragrance. Unboxed, just fresh, clean. You can never go wrong with fresh. Has some violet in there. All right. Next, here we go. Business is picking up. Eldorado Avenue, guys. Listen. Some say Cedrat Boisé, and I can see that. Credaventus Cologne, the flanker, not the original, but the flanker. I can see that too. Guys, Potion, man. That Credaventus DNA is goated. If you're new, if you hear Aventus in these fragcom streets, just get it. Whatever they're saying, that DNA is goated. It just works any season, any reason. Fresh, fruity, subtle smoke. More fresh and fruity, guys. Fresh, fruity, clean. I get a little soapiness. Great performance. Pressurized atomizer. When I layered this with our Mouth Club de Nuit Intense, was just inspired by the OG, and yes, in the dry down, it's very similar to the OG. I just recently got my nose on the OG to refresh myself, and the legend is true. It's not a myth. They do smell very similar, but when I layer those together, guess what they say? You smell good. Is that you? Of course. Who else could it be? One of these losers.
Loser.
Of course not, baby. It's the gold, not the silver. Are you paying attention? But this is really good. Standalone by itself. I always leave that on there just to show you guys. In 2026, it does not cost a lot to smell good. The Middle Easterns have just, made it possible for everyone to smell good, with great performance and save money, okay? Now, I really love this fragrance, man. Wish I could just get it more into my rotation more. I love this fragrance, guys. Kings and Queens Excellence. I don't own anything in my fragrance wardrobe that smells like this, guys. Black Amber, you know what I'm talking about? Cardamom, you know what I'm saying? $9.99. Caught it for $9.99. Heavy cap bag, you know what I'm saying? Masculine. Is this a grown-ass man, guys? But without smelling like an old man, you feel me? This is Mr. Put a in her place. That's this guy. That's that archetype. Put her in a place, man. She gonna behave when you come through. She gonna say he just smells like a man. They love that, guys. Testosterone, you feel me? Man, you need this one. I haven't seen it in a while. I will leave, links where you can try to shop them online with the rack stores. They go in and out. It's just one of those things you have to catch it in that moment. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they never come back, Guys, this right here, modern day, masculine, handsome, with some subtle sweetness. It'll take you on the escapade too, man. Got some sweetness in the dry down. It's just really awesome, man. $9.99. Shout out to Amaran, man. Next, we have Illusion on Taunts. Guys, powdery. Powdery. If you like powder, you need this one, man. I've heard some that has what this is inspired by. You can tell by the bottle. It gets compared to DHI. Some say they have owned that, say it's close, man. And close enough is good enough, man. And what I can tell you across the board, for the most part, overwhelmingly, the dupes are 90% close in the scent profile, and now they're 90% close in the quality. And I think the hang-up is, just say as an example, say the original of this fragrance is $200, right? Well, let's just say this is $20, right? I think the disconnect is coming from what people are saying. It's not $180 worth more of quality. I think that's just a disconnect, why people are kind of like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go with that dupe, man, But the powder, man, powdery sweet on my skin. If you enjoy powder looking in the 90s, man, like early 90s, I would say really late 80s, man, all we had was powder, man. You didn't have cologne. Sometimes you guys take this stuff for granted. They didn't have all this, man, back in the day, But at the same time, you guys are kind of robbed and to a degree. Well, I'm a content creator, it's a little different, but having a large collection, you actually don't get to spend as much time with the fragrance and have time for that fragrance to fully introduce itself to you. Contra For You, Mr. You smell so good. That's what they say when I wear this, man. Yeah, I'll do it. Pressurize. Come on, man. The bottle's off the screen, guys. The ladies love this on me. That powdery, man. The Armani Stronger With You DNA. At first, my bottle was just sweet. It wasn't giving the nutty thing. Now it has the sweetness with a nutty undertone. You can wear this all year round. I've worn this in Texas heat and was just fine, But hey, man, I'm telling you, man, for the price, great performance. And when I got that compliment, I just did 6 sprays. What I can tell you with the pressurized atomizer, y'all seen all that juice that came out. That's about 2 sprays or 3 sprays of a regular fragrance. So when you do 6, it's probably 12 or 18, with the pressurized atomizer because it's so much more juice. But potent, when I got the compliment, I mean, she was actually behind the register, man. So that's a well over 6 feet. She said, "You smell so good." I'm telling you, man, nothing like you smell so good. Compliments on everything, of course, but it does feel good. I ain't gonna front. All right, one I got a while back, man. I haven't seen this one in a while, but I enjoyed it when I first put it in there, guys. Kanon Crisp Pine. Caught it for the low ski. Always, guys, when you're in there, look out for the red tags. They're already cheap as it is, but if you can catch a red tag, it's even cheaper. Now, to me, what I got is let me refresh. It's probably been a year or two since I wore it. Again, large collection. Fresh, clean, subtle sweetness, a vintage style DNA, guys. A vintage style DNA citrus, but this is just really good. Mr. Pleasing, minus the smoke. So anybody's familiar with a vintage, they have different batch variations. So let's just say a sweeter, fruitier, greener batch of a vintage, no smoke. Great for the spring. You could be the king of spring with this one, man. Now, it doesn't get beast mode performance, again, on the cheap side. I really don't know how long it lasts, worked its way over to the cheapies, because you can always overspray it. I mean, you didn't pay much for it. I think that conversation is more for people who spend north of $200. And yes, I said 200. Designers are going for 200. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So those that spend north of 200, I think they have a legitimate argument for performance. But when you pay $10, I mean, you're being unreasonable. There's something in life called being reasonable, guys. But guess what? A lot of these and all of these, probably except this one, get good performance at $15, and you can find it, but just overspray it. But guys, fruity, green, Aventus Accord, okay? All right, next we have Vanilla Potion, guys. I wore this recently with my layering combination. And listen, this thing was booming up over the top of the other fragrances. My bottle's gotten darker. Look at the juice color, guys. That vanilla gets darker and stronger. If I were to run that layering combination I did back, I would put this on the bottom and the other two I layered, which is a Versace Pour On and Karen Low on top. But vanilla pushed. I had it on my hand, guys, and it was just coming up on its own to my face. So, I mean, that's a couple of feet right there, man. You know what I'm talking about? So the projection is, and that's where most of your compliments come from, projection. So the projection is good, especially at that price, man. But you gotta love vanilla, man, because it is a vanilla forward fragrance, for sure. Got some driftwood in there, some other notes, but what I get more than anything is just straight vanilla. You don't have to layer it. You can wear it by itself. All right. All right, guys. I love this fragrance so much when I first got it, man, and I still do. Lomani, Victorie, on time. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I'm always going to leave it on there to show you, man. Now, this right here, Paco Rabanne Invictus, but I call it a grown folks take on that. Invictus is a sweet fragrance, but put some green and aromatics on it. Yeah. Green, aromatic, handsome. This is Mr. Handsome. Green, aromatic, handsome, with that Paco Rabanne Invictus DNA. So sweet, green, aromatic. This bad boy shines in the heat. I love that scent profile. And that's actually one of my favorite scent profiles, but I love it even more in the heat. Sweet is not easy to pull off in the heat, but it works. But this one is even a more of a dressed up version, more 30 and up version of that DNA. And I enjoy it. My OG subs know, man, this was my go-to, man. For real. All right. Next, we have Mouj Affection. I used to call this candy green, baby. Green. Guys, green with some earthy, but a sweetness, right? My bottle was sweet at first. Middle Easterns, they macerate and maturate, so they show you something different along the lines. Guys, green. Here's last time I wore it, guys. Was getting the greenness, but also there's an earthy aspect inspired by Amouage reflection. I've heard some say it's 85% close. That's pretty darn good considering Amouage is a very complex and expensive house. Get 85% close. Green, guys, but just green, sweet green, handsome, gentleman category, okay? Handsome and gentleman category at the same time, all right? All right, guys, we got the final four. We have Milestone, Champagne, Vanilla. You missed this one? Good job, guys. Good job. But nah, man, it only showed up like 2 times. Guys, when I went up there at first, and I'm going to tell you the story, and I've told this same story, guys. Listen. Vanilla, champagne, that's just what it is. If you wear it over and over again, you will get kind of a dryness and a dry down, you know, but that vanilla and that champagne up top, you may get some dryness again and the dry down. Good performance. Now, here's the news. When I first found this at Marshalls, right, I went up in there and I put it, I was like, nah, man, this smells kind of feminine, man. I put it on my hand, walk, I was like, nah. Got up the street, man, just rolling. Fragrances, they move, that's the good thing about putting it on your skin. Not that it won't transform on your clothes, but my theory is I think on your skin it even goes into its next stages because your body is heating up. And especially if you have a warm body, that thing is gonna push. Just my thesis on it. That's just, what I think. Guys, as I was rolling, 5 minutes up the road, it just transported me and it went into dream status. But at that time, I had been doing rack store runs. I was tired, man. It was at the end of the day. Guys, my city is huge. I would get tired before I could get to every rack store. I would just get tired of hopping in and out of my car. You know what I'm saying? So I was just tired. I was like, man, I'm going to come back in the morning. And luckily, I went first thing in the morning, went right back to that same Marshalls, guys, and it was sitting right there. And I grabbed it. Now, I just explained my story of why I burnt off, but you may not want to do it. Listen, similar story with this one. Got it on my nose, got it on my skin and on my nose and Marshalls, right? I walked out, headed to Ross. Guys, if you know, and it's probably the same in your city, Ross, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx sometimes are in the same strip. Sometimes there'll be a Nordstrom rack. It's just all shopping, DSW, which is like shoes, it's just all shopping, right? But a Ross is at the end of the shopping strip. So I'm riding down to the end of the shopping strip, right? And that bad boy hit me. I just sprayed my hand and it was wafting up. So I did a U-turn, man. I busted a Yui, came back and grabbed that mug. That's just how good it is. I wasn't going to roll the dice on that. So that's to tell you how good that fragrance is right there. Man, this is an awesome list, guys. The next fragrance is, some of y'all know where I'm going when I say what I'm going to say. This fragrance, I'm glasses ahead of time. Because I'm just going to go and put the glasses on now because it's going to be needed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, man, look out, baby. We got the stubble, man. I call this the stash in the stubble, man. Give me 5 days, Mr. Sexy Beard will be activated. But listen, guys, I present to you the greatest amber fragrance on planet Earth. Now, that sounds like a tall order, but it's true. We have Milestone Amber Sun.
Wow.
Listen, put your ambers up. All your ambers that you thought was tight, put them up. Your amber fragrances go away.
Your ambers
Listen,
are
ambery
trash.
goodness, guys. sweet amber. But you got to understand, I am an amber lover of the world. If you are an amber lover of the world, also, there is no reason that you don't have this fragrance. Compliment getter, good performance, ambery, baby. It's the best. I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong, man. I'm telling you, man. Haven't seen them in a while. I will try to find the link and put it in the box if you want to get it. But sweet, guys. Sweet ambery, man. I love resinness. You know, I like the resins. Yeah, now. And amber is a cord. You know, they don't, you know, it's more of an accord. They don't really have it anymore. You know, it's a little, you know, what shall I say? What could I call it, man? What I call it is goodness. I call it goodness, baby. You know what I'm talking about? 2 more, guys, all right? 2 more. So, here we go, guys. Almost out of here. Now, this one right, the juice is getting darker. We have Vanilla Affair. I'm telling you, vanilla juice, guys, I'm going to show you something. Vanilla juice gets dark. Now, I've had this one longer. It's a little darker, but this one has gotten darker. This one actually, let me see. From what I remember, we have Vanilla Affair. You know, leans and gleams and inspired by Vanilla 28, allegedly. You know. Guys, this is a sweeter vanilla. Sits very close to skin, doesn't shout, which is cool. You know, this would be cool, just chilling, mellow. Believe it or not, in real life, everybody don't like that loud stuff. Just mellow, close to skin. You know, maybe you can do this on like a Netflix and chill, this type scenario, because it's going to sit right here. You know, I'm sure you can amp up the sprays. You know, I haven't had a lot of experience with it out in the field to test it as far as cutting the sprays up and see, you know, if any positive attention comes from that. I can't speak to that. What I can say, this is a sweet amber. When I first got my nose on, I did a short on it. I actually put it over Vanilla Potion initially, but they're just as good. The Vanilla Potion is stronger. So if you want something that's going to project out longer and further, go with the Vanilla Potion. And one thing I can say about that Vanilla Potion, to my knowledge, they're going to know. To my knowledge, it's not a dupe of anything. So then they came with original. You got to give them original points on that. That's tough. That's tough. All right, last, guys, but most certainly not least, we have Together With You, Always. You know, inspired by Stronger With You. Absolutely got my nose. Finally got my nose on it. I got my nose on it when I went up there to get my nose on a new Dos Cabana, which is good. I don't think it's great, but it is good. And I was sitting out right there. I was like, hold up, man, that's the absolutely. Let me just see. Is it close? And yeah, it's close. For $15, guys. Here we go. Let's do 2, 3. For Sunny. Listen. Suave. You know, I'm talking about handsome date night. Spicy, sweet. You know, the difference is with this one is more sweet with the nutty undertone. This one, inspired by the flanker, it goes more sweet spicy. It doesn't have the nutty undertone. So sweet, spicy. I wear this in all temperatures. I wear this in the heat and in the cool. You know, again, like I always say with these, get your nose on them. They redid the bottles slightly. You know, I think some of these houses are coming a little close to comfort, you know, so, you know, don't do too much, you know. Take notes from other houses that use, you know, standard bottles, man. All right. Well, guys, 14 fragrances, $15 average. Complete fragrance wardrobe for $210. I've shown you fresh. I've shown you sweet. You know, I've shown you handsome. I've shown you gentleman. I've shown you modern day masculine. Mama. They go there, man. You can have all that with good performance. Except for this one. And it's not bad. But all the rest of them are beast. All right. Okay. All right, guys. And this one is a little lighter one too. But if you're new to my channel, everything beast mode is not the end all be all to me, you know. All right, guys, help people what they like. This does help the channel grow. Peace.